So if you're HIV positive and you're on medicines, well done. Keep doing the drugs. But remember, whether you're doing those drugs or not, your immunity has to be boosted. Take cold showers. Ease up on stress in your life. If that job is stressing you, please, you can do better. If you have a spouse that is stressing you, hey, you came alone, you will live alone. Okay? So ease on stress, because stress is very detrimental to your health and your immunity. Eat saturated fats, the animal fats, the ghee, the tallow, the coconut oil. Start exercising, go to the gyms, drop those fruits. They can tell you that fruits will be healthy and kula matunda, piga zoezi, kimbia, fanya hii, fanya hii. They are telling you to eat fruits without telling you that fruits will cause you a fatty liver, and a fatty liver is actually detrimental to your immunity, because the liver is the one that produces immunoglobulins. Those are your immune cells. So how do you prevent yourself from getting HIV? Of course, the obvious ones that you've always heard about. Number one is protect yourself during sex. Wear a condom. Number two, protect yourself if you're using drugs that need injectables. Those people who abuse drugs, the heroines, and you want to inject yourself, it's time for you to start taking cautions. Do not share those needles. Do not share those needles. Number three, protect yourself by taking pre-exposure prophylaxis. This is for those couples who one is HIV positive, the other one is HIV negative. The rest, we cannot encourage inappropriate behavior that you need to take PrEP so that you can just go have sex aimlessly. Take PrEP when necessary. If you are a couple and one is HIV positive, the other one is negative, simply prevent yourself by taking the pre-exposure prophylaxis. Number four, protect others if you have HIV. On this note, protect others if you have HIV. On this note, when you are diagnosed with HIV as a new person, as a new client of the HIV system, number one thing is you will always be in denial, and you will become so bitter with the system. You'll become so bitter with everybody you've had sex with, because you're thinking they were the problem, you are the better person, you're just offering sex, right? But they messed you up. No, you had some responsibility to play in this. So therefore, the more you resist, the more you get frustrated. Accept your position. The earlier you accept it, the easier it will become for you. Start fixing what you have to fix. Fix your immunity by eating the saturated fats, by fasting, by eating animal proteins, the fatty proteins, by eating vegetables, by eating avocados as your only fruits, by dropping the inflammatory foods, the seed oils, the wheat products, the sugars. By exercising, go to the gym at least 3 times a week. You need it. Enjoy the sun, lower stress, sleep. Those are things that will actually boost your immunity. So that is what you have control over at that moment in time. You don't have any control over the virus in your body. You have control over your immunity that will help you suppress the virus. Think. It's not time to complain. It's not time to become bitter. Most of the people who have been diagnosed with HIV, they become so bitter. And what they're thinking? They are thinking that now it's time to teach the public a lesson. Now it's time for me to spread it to you guys. You have made me HIV positive. I did not expect this, but I had sex, and unprotected sex for that matter. But I did not deserve this, so I have to spread it. Shock on you. There is something called viral burden or viral load. And the more you have sex with multiple people thinking that you are spreading it to them, you are actually affecting your system generally. You're going to have a higher viral burden, so chances of you going very fast are super high. You're going to have a chance of drug resistance, because the more you get new viral strains from other people, the more you suffer the consequences. So as you think you're killing them, you're killing yourself. So stop becoming bitter, because bitterness is actually the nature of evil. You have again allowed the devil to live in you rent-free. Release the devil. If you are of nature of God, you cannot hurt people. I am not here to preach. I'm telling you the truth. You will think you're hurting them, but you'll be hurting yourself, because you'll be raising your viral load. You might end up acquiring a different strain that cannot respond to medication. So stop being bitter. Stop thinking that you're going to spread it to them. You're going to punish them. You're not punishing anybody. You're punishing yourself. Stay sane from media. mainstream media, stay sane from it. It will actually distract you. Simply do what you can do at that moment in time and move. Number 5, if you are a HIV positive mother, protect your child. That's an innocent child, protect them. By heading to a CCC center, go do those A and C tests when you're going for your maternal, your checkups, your clinics. Go do them, get the screenings. If you're positive, you'll be put on a regimen that will actually help you protect your child. Do it. As you eat healthy too, so that you prevent yourself from getting the complications. Then hospitals, kindly screen thoroughly those organs for transplant, that blood transfusion, screen it. Some of you are very desperate and you just want to just clear and forward, screen those things. So if you're HIV positive and you're on medicines, well done, keep doing the drugs. But remember, whether you're doing those drugs or not, your immunity has to be boosted. Take cold showers, ease up on stress in your life. If that job is stressing you, please, you can do better. If you have a spouse that is stressing you, hey, you came alone, you will live alone. Okay? So ease on stress, because stress is very detrimental to your health and your immunity. Eat saturated fats, the animal fats, the ghee, the tallow, the coconut oil. Start exercising, go to the gyms, drop those fruits. They can tell you that fruits will be healthy and kula matunda, piga zoezi, kimbia, fanya hii. They are telling you to eat fruits without telling you that fruits will cause you a fatty liver, and a fatty liver is actually detrimental to your immunity, because the liver is the one that produces immunoglobulins. Those are your immune cells. So if you have a fatty liver, you'll have problems. So drop the fruits and honey. Simply eat only avocados. Go on fasting. You need it. Every weekend, push a 48-hour fast. You will not grow thin. You're growing thin because you're not feeding your body with nutrients. You're eating crap. You're eating sugars. You're eating non-nutrient foods. You're just eating food to feel full. But you're not eating food to feed your system with the essential nutrients. Some of you, if I tell you to drop carbohydrates in your diet, I am done with you totally. You will ask me, so what should I eat? Because your plate is just carbohydrates. So if I get ugali, chapati, and rice out of your menu, you have nothing else. Those are the 3 things that you eat. In lunchtime, chapodondo. Evening, rice, beans. Morning, tea and bread. You're just a carbohydrate guy, my friend. You are a carbohydrate guy. When I just tell you, don't eat ugali, you start wondering, ugali again. I tell you, don't eat rice now. Don't eat chapati. Now you're left with nothing. Yes, they are affordable because the food industry made them available to you, and there are plenty, there are varieties. So the food industry knows that you'll produce this excuse because they have the topmost scientists, the topmost psychologists. They understand you before you even think this way. So they know that you want cheaper and more available. They'll make them cheaper and more available, but useless, zero nutrients. You know it is illegal to actually spread HIV intentionally to people, to innocent people. It is illegal, so you'll suffer the consequences of the law. Okay? So stop spreading HIV. So those are ways to prevent yourself. So number 1, we said protect yourself during sex, wear a condom. Number 2, protect yourself if you are an injectable drug abuser. Those people who use drugs, change the injections, do not share it. Number 3, protect yourself by taking pre-exposure prophylaxis, if at all your couple is HIV positive and you're HIV negative. Number 4, we said protect others if you have HIV. And how do you protect others if you have HIV? Simply start the regimen of antiretroviral therapy. Start fixing your immunity by eating healthy and exercising the way we just mentioned it. Okay? And then stop being bitter. So don't try and spread it just because you're bitter. You will suffer the consequences. Number 5, if you are a HIV positive mother, make sure that it's known, so that you will protect the unborn child. And above all, hospitals, please screen those organs, screen that blood before you transfuse. That is how you prevent yourself from getting HIV, and that's how you prevent yourself from actually spreading it and even getting worse. And you protect others also. As you protect yourself, you protect others. So if you did not get anything from this live, simply get these highlights. Number 1, don't be bitter when you turn positive for HIV. Fix what you can, and that is your immunity. Okay. Number 2, those who spread HIV actually don't know they have HIV. Because somebody who has taken medication, there's a way your viral load goes down to an undetectable level. At that moment in time, you cannot spread HIV to other people, even if you have sex without protection. And that is what we want. That is why most people take antiretroviral drugs, because they want to lower your immunity, your viral load to a certain level that it cannot be detected, and then your immune system takes over. That is what we are targeting. Number 3, testing actually reflects 3 months back. So if you test now, that result is actually telling you your state 3 months back. So therefore, you need another test 3 months in front to know your current state. So make testing a priority to you. Anybody you want to have sex with, make sure they are tested, make sure they are clean. And again, do it frequently. Okay? Number 4, never abuse the PEP. PEP is actually a HIV regimen, is an antiretroviral therapy regimen. So if you're abusing PEP, you're actually being on antiretroviral therapy. You're actually taking HIV drugs. And that means you're actually somebody who is part of that generation. So do not abuse PEP. PEP was not designed to make you just behave irresponsibly sexually. No. PEP was designed to protect you if at all you messed once. The more you use it, the more your chances of getting resistance to that drug. So protect those drugs so that they can protect you. Okay? And then do some blood donations oftenly, because the reason why I'm saying this is because there was a time actually in this generation, most people are actually turning positive on blood donations. And I'm wondering why. But these people came in without knowing they're HIV positive. So they went ahead and did the donation, and then they realized, when the tests come out, they are positive for HIV. Now they are in denial because they did not expect that. Okay? When you get those pants off that lady, when you get your boxers down as a man, simply know there's a chance that you can contract HIV if you don't wear a condom. Condomize.